first we're going to talk about the definition of perimeter. Perimeter is the distance around the shape. It's also the distance around closed figures, and that's important because you can only find the perimeter of areas that are fully formed. There's no openings or gaps in between them. You can also think of it as the outlining of an object. Just as I have a rectangle right here, just think about how it's the entire outline of what that shape is. And there's different units that are used for perimeter. The most common ones you'll see will be like centimeters, cm, meters, m, kilometers, km, inches, in, yards, yds, and then miles, mi. But all those are common units that we use to describe the perimeter of objects. Next, let's move on to facts and characteristics. Circumference, which is basically the perimeter of a circle, because I mean, if you see a circle, you think, well, how do you really measure that? How is it's not like a square or rectangle where it has a definite side. As we know, a circle doesn't have a side. So circumference is the way we find the perimeter of circles, and that's pi times diameter, and also 2 pi times radius. Now the characteristics of perimeter, add only the numbers on the outside of the shape. Not multiplying, not subtracting, you're only adding. So anything around, you're going to add. And as you see here, in this rectangle, we have the length and then the width. And obviously a rectangle has 4 sides. So with the 4 sides, we'll have 2 lengths and 2 widths. And you can write it either way, like I have the expanded form or the condensed form. But either way, you get the idea that you're just adding everything on the outside. And then the lengths outside of an object are added together, like I just stated. Then let's move on to some examples before we move on to the non-examples. So as we have a trapezoid here, a parallelogram, either one. So as we know, this is the length and that's the width, or let's say that is. So what is this side just going to be?
That one's going to be 4 meters as well.
4 meters, and then the one
6 meters.
6 meters, correct. So, and just basic math, what would the perimeter be if you added those 4 sides up?
That would be 20, right?
Yes. I did double check, make sure.
Yes.
20. And then just for a second example, what about this one right here, this triangle, 3 sides?
That would be 12 meters.
12 meters, correct. And like we mentioned earlier, we're able to do the perimeter on these because they are a closed figure. As we will mention right here in the non-example, like this right here, if that was closed, you could figure it out the perimeter. But it just has an opening, so it's not a closed figure. Can't find the perimeter of that. That's just worthless. No, don't do that. Other non-examples, area, volume, that's self-explanatory. Those are other methods of finding measurements of objects and figures. But we only care about the perimeter today. So, good job, Thomas.